Hello, everybody. Last Planeswalker here, and I have been absent for far too long. So I can only apologize. Basically, what happened is life is just running a million miles an hour, especially with summer. It's summer holidays in the UK, so I'm doing a lot of stuff with the kids. And pretty much, I had a lot of ideas for content, but I just could never make the content work because I never had an interest in some of the stuff I was trying to work out. So I was focusing too much on doing stuff that other people were doing, like reviews and stuff, instead of some original stuff, which is what I'm going to be doing today. And it may not be an original because some people are doing them, but I want to give my 2 cents on the Bloomburrow set, and then I'll also show you a really fun deck from one of my new favorite walkers. So, as you can see, first off, my resources are gone. 95 pinks, 5 gold, because I've been trying to chase a lot of the Bloomburrow cards, because Bloomburrow came and it wiped out Standard. So, originally, Standard was, let me just get it up, all these beautiful sets. But since, let's just take Jumpstart, because Jumpstart's rubbish. Well, I've got Origins and Puzzle Master, but all these beautiful sets. But since rotation, we lost Streets of New Capenna, which had cut losses, Sleep with Fishes, some of the really good blue controls. So conversion, mailing, and then disabled with Sleep with the Fishes. Meeting of the Five was also in here. We had Kamigawa, which I can't remember any good cards with that one. Wasn't a good set that I enjoyed as much. Then obviously we had the 2 Innistrad sets, the Vampires and the Werewolves. They're gone. So we're kind of left with what I'm going to say a very mixed bag, because we've got Dominaru Returns, Brothers War, then the Phyrexian. I can't remember that set. Then obviously it was the Return to Ixalan, Wilds of Eldraine set. And then we went to put Ixalan. And then we got the Murders of Karlov Manor. Then one of the strongest sets was actually Outlaws of Thunder Junction, in my opinion. And then Puzzle Master 2, which seems to be doing a lot better than Puzzle Master 1 personally. I don't know anyone else's feelings. And then now we've just got Bloomburrow after the rotation. And in my opinion, Bloomburrow seems to be a weak set, which is kind of common theme in Puzzle Quest for a rotation to hit, and the first set after rotation is slightly weaker than, let's say, a set before rotation. And this is just because I think if they did a really huge power set after rotation, the meta would basically start off strong, and then by the end of the rotation cycle, the meta would probably dip to be weak. Whereas starting off weak and then it gets stronger and stronger could be a good thing. Plus, Bloomburrow is out now. Next set is about 3-4 weeks away because of how Wizard of the Coast is doing things. So Wizard of the Coast originally was going to do Bloomburrow in July, Duskmane in October around about Halloween time, and then the next set would be in January, so it was a good health routine. However, Bloomburrow was moved to end of July, August time, Duskmane about September time, because October we're having Foundation. And Foundation is just basically a glorified Origin set with a lot of reprints and stuff. I'm hoping the Seagulls aren't getting picked up, because Seagulls have decided to perch outdoors, which reminds me of that weird Star Wars song, but I'm not going to sing that. So yeah, we're in a weird time, because there's a card in Foundations getting reprinted, which is... I can never spell it. Let me just go Elves. It's Llanowar Elves. Something we already have in Puzzle Quest. Here we go. This is getting remade in Foundation, so it'll be like an Origins reprint. So I don't know if Puzzle Quest is just going to update Origins to a Foundation, which may be better for newer players to come in with Foundation instead of the current Origins. It's just been kind of left behind. So let's just quickly look at Bloomburrow. Now, personally, that's the wrong thing. I've got Origins still ticked. Now, personally, Bloomburrow, I like the art. So I've only got all these cards, and this is from one premium pack 2 super packs and 2 normal booster packs. So it's not been a very good standard. So we've got, I'm not going to go through them all, but I am going to show you some of my favorites. So there's Elenia Divergent Storm. I really like this one. So when I cast a spell for the first time, your opponent gains 5 loyalty, dangerous. Then create a copy of that spell in your hand that copy against 4 mana. So if you cast a conversion spell in green, so if you're running like Sakon, which is blue-green, or Kasmina, or maybe a removal if you're doing black and red, then you might get 2 types of removal, so it comes in handy. I'm not really liking some of these classes, so I'm not reading that to Wall of Text, but I'll leave on this thing for a few minutes. Classes here are a bit weaker than they were in the D&D style set. Infamous Crewclaw is a really cool card to chase. Probably best wait till after we know how the Vanguard's going to be, but this is really cool. So when it deals combat damage, destroy the top 3 cards of each player's library, then return a running card from your graveyard to your hand, gains 4 mana. So give it double strike, you're going to destroy 6, get 2 back, so that's 4 in the grave, 2 in your hand for free. Really nifty. This one is kind of interesting. Huskbuster Swarm. And I'll show you why in a minute. So while in your hand, this card costs X less to cast. X is the number of cards in your graveyard. That's not creatures, spells, or supports. It's all cards. And when I show you the Walker and deck I'm using this in, you'll see why I like it. Syndicate Throat is an interesting one as well that I'm going to play with. When your opponent loses life or is dealt damage the first time during each turn, this creature gains +1/+1. So if you deal damage on your turn, it gets +1. If Greg deals itself damage, this creature also gets +1. So kind of an interesting card. Druid of the Spade is interesting. When this creature enters the battlefield with control a token, this creature gains +2/+0 and gains trample. When another non-token creature you control is reinforced, its creature gets +1/+0. Kind of interesting with a reinforced deck like Bill, or I can't remember the black creature that does it as well. So what else we got? See, I have all of these, and honestly, Season of the Burrow I've not had much fun with. Exile target creature and gain 10 life. Turn the first creature with base mana 8 or less. Not interested. And then creature can gain shield counter 1. So kind of interesting just for spree 1 and 3, because shield counter really stops it from getting destroyed. A really cool removal in standard for blue is Sugarcoat. So it's a 10 mana uncommon aura. When this spot enters the board, exile target creature. Beginning of your turn, create a food token. Then your opponent creates a food token. What's really cool is it's a 1 shield flash. So when it enters, it will exile target creature. But when it's destroyed, it's not going to bring that back like some of the other cards can do. So it's really good permanent. Storm Splitter is kind of fun. When you cast a spell card, if it's not a copy, create a copy in your hand. Otherwise, reinforce this creature. I'm going to be building this, and I really love this art, by the way. It's so adorable. That's going to be more that I will build with the new RAL deck when I can. No, I didn't like that one that much. Let's see, what else is there that's kind of interesting? Fell is simple removal, destroy target creature. Kind of an interesting one. Other than that, I haven't really found... Oh, Storm Chaser's Talent. Just because it makes an otter token. An otter. But the problem is, these otter tokens are bugged. The prowess doesn't actually trigger at all, so kind of sucks. But they're cute little otter tokens, and I kind of have an obsession with otter tokens. So, other than that, in my collection, I haven't seen anything for me that has made me rush out and go build a deck. And that's kind of common. I've used Divergent Storm and and Storm Splitter, and where's it gone? The Otter Balls and Storm Chaser for a RAL deck at the moment for otter themed, but I want to get the otter deck because I like otters. They're utterly awesome, as I will say. So overall, I really feel the pull rates for this set has been really low. So 2 mythics of 2 premium packs, no, 1 premium pack, 2 super packs, and 2 normal packs, and you get 2 mythics. I don't know, I've wasted too many resources. So, what I do want to show you, because I'm actually really loving this deck at the moment, switch. So, my Ral Otter deck keeps getting stomped at the moment, so it is not good. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to show you one of my new favourite walkers, and one of the Bloomburrow creatures that is actually really powerful in the deck, even though it has no abilities. And that is Grist, the Plague Swarm. It's a Puzzlemaster 2 Planeswalker, 1 to white, 4 to black, 2 to red, 3 to green. Great mana gains. For 6 loyalty, Maggot Feast, destroy the top 4 cards of your library, you corrupt 4, then you return the last creature card from the graveyard to play under your control. That creature gains the insect subtype. Really good self-milling one. Termite Infestation, destroy up to 3 opposing non-token support cards at random. This effect can affect Vanguard, so for 9 loyalty, you basically can have a good board removal for support, really good. Then create 6 Golgari Insects, which is a 1/1 black insect token. I like tokens. And then the strongest one for 15 loyalty, Plague of Necrophages. Exile all cards from all graveyards and create X Golgari insect tokens. Deal damage to your opponent's Planeswalker and you gain X life. X is the number of cards exile this way. It is powerful. Now, I don't know what its passive does because I can't seem to click on it. And the deck I'm using is it's more of a pauper common type build. This one. It's very insect themed, and there's a reason. Hunger the Tide, I just want to master it. It's there because I want to master it, so we can ignore that one. But Huskburrow Swarm, 15 mana. While in your hand, this card costs X less to cast. Basically, 2 casts of Grist first is 8. 8 minus 15 is about 3. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 7. 7. Pardon my maths. But if you combine that with Breach the Multiverse, that's 14. That means you're getting a 6/6 Menace Death Touch. 6/6 Menace Death Touch for 1 mana. Kind of nice. And then we've got for 6 mana, Crow Whipcracker. When this creature enters the battlefield, destroy an opposing card at random. Great removal. Grist the Hunger Tide. Create an insect. Destroy the top 2 cards of your library. If an insect was destroyed this way, you gain 3 loyalty. So, loyalty. Loyalty! Yay! We love loyalty. Its -2 is destroy target creature you control, then destroy an opposing Vanguard support. If you can't, destroy the first opposing target creature. Well, first opposing creature. Don't use that as much. -5. Deal damage to your opponent's Planeswalker. X number of creature cards in your graveyard. Pretty much with the amount of milling you're going to do, it's going to be nice. And then the Hunger Tide is basically you create 3 insects. Create 3 insects. So that's 6 insects. And then you destroy all creature tokens you control. Then you return the first creature card with base mana X or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. If you can't fetch the first creature card from your library with a mana cost X, put a card player under control. X is 10 plus the number of creatures destroyed this way, including their reinforcements. So it's basically a free creature. And then land, collapse for removal, corrupt for corrupt gems and some life, breach the multiverse for milling, Cerebral Confiscation, discard the first 2 cards from hand, and opponent loses 3 life and you draw a card. Currently bugged because it discards the last 2 cards, not the first card. So it's kind of a nice little pauperish type, because Grist is really powerful for having people with weaker card collections. So if you're a newer player and you do want a strong dual color walker, then it's either Garruk's Cursed Huntsman, which is really powerful still, or Grist, in my opinion. Both are very powerful. And with Bloomburrow being weak as it is at the moment, I would say that what's going to shine now is pretty much all to do with the Planeswalkers. Passive. When you cast a creature card first time, so that creature gains the insect subtype, then gain X mana, X number of insect cards you control, including the reinforcements, up to 10. Oh, I've never knew that. It's kind of an ability I've not actually paid any attention to. Right, so that hellhole rat is doing my head in. Naughty rat. Shoo. Okay. Why didn't it discard? When it's enters the battlefield, you point. It's because it's an enter effect. So what we're going to try and do is we're going to try. Let's mill 10. We'll get Crawl Whipcracker. And then that will destroy that. That was just Goss's server. I'm just going to steal Hellhole Rats for a moment, just for that kind of ability, just kind of even it out just for a few seconds. So we got that one. So I'm going to prioritize that over the Whipcracker at the moment. Okay, we're going for red match. Cool. We got Grist's first up. Cool little lore detail that I kind of found out by accident. Grist doesn't actually have like a huge Planeswalker type spark story thing. Seems to be a very much self-contained Horizons, because Puzzle Master 2 seems to come from the Modern Horizons free set, which kind of an interesting take to do, especially since Modern Horizons was just a lot of reprints and newer cards. But having that there is still kind of interesting. Too many rat cards. Ooh, not that card. Right, we need land, but we seem to be doing okay without land. So. Oh, we get a free creature card anyway. So at the moment in time, we've got 22 cards in our graveyard. So if we draw into the swarm, then it will become minus X mana, which will be 22. So it will be a free cast. And I don't know about you, I kind of like a free cast. Rats. I don't like rats anymore. I've just done that blooming. Has it just exiled my graveyard? No. Whole of it exiled my graveyard. I was gonna be not very happy then. So we're gonna get rid of Hellhole for the Golgari insects. We didn't get any loyalty, which isn't good, but we'll get Corrupt down, deal 10, 6, and if we don't pull the card I want now, then we're still going to win anyways, because Greg's just lost life to the Corrupt Gems. Okay, that's the multiverse. More rat tokens. Ouch, Mr. Hellhole Rat. 3, 2. Oh, well, that's still game set and match anyways. Okay. Let's see. So you're -2. Let's do that. Create a token. Destroy through. Let's just do Termite just to end the game. Destroy some random supports. Make some big nasty insects. And then that is game, set, and match. There we go. So it's kind of a fun little build, and it's one I would recommend using. Especially for a card, especially with a card that's going to get a lot of mana taken off it for the grave. So a 15/6/6, like you can cast for free, my opinion is a win. I know it hasn't got any like ATB effects or special effects, but having a 6/6 menace with Death Touch come into the battlefield, come into your hand and cost nothing is kind of nice, because it's going to be a free 6/6. So if you have like 3 of them in your hand, that's 6, 12, 18. That's an 18 creature for no mana, because it's getting X took off it because of having so many cards in your grave. So overall, Bloomburrow as a set really doesn't feel as strong yet. We don't know what the Vanguards are yet. Let's just quickly pop into the vault. Ral the Crackling Wit is the Planeswalker I do want to get for the Otters. It probably isn't powerful, but I love Otters, so it's going to be... Okay, I'm dyslexic, I can't pronounce that, but for 7 loyalty, pause, it's going to destroy a block of 3 times 3 gems, Pick 2 of the first spells from your library, create a copy of the cards in your hand. That is going to go really well with the red mythic otter that reinforces every time you cast a copy. Really cool. Then you're going to do lightning traces for 8 loyalty. 7 is the otter tokens, and the first spell card in hand getting 6 mana. They are 0/1 blue with prowess. Deal X damage to the first opposing creature and your opponent's planeswalker. X is the number of otter cards you control, including the reinforcements up to 15. So this happens once during your turn. So when you cast your first spell, you're going to deal up to 15 damage. If your opponent is on 15 health, that could win you a game. 14 loyalty, 4 Storm Otter tokens. They are 3 shields, blue-red otter supports. Prowess, create a copy of the first spell card in your hand from your library in your hand. Then copy cards in your hand, gain 4 mana. This ability triggers only once per turn. Beginning of your turn, if you control another otter, deal X damage to your opponent's planeswalker. X is a support shield. Kind of interesting to see what I could do. So that's going to be 12 shields. So I'm kind of excited. So it's a neutral to white, red, white, black, green, and 4 to blue, 4 to red. So I'm going to use him because I'm quite excited. And in that, you'll just basically get 50 gems, some ruins, 120 pinks, a blue booster, a red booster, a standard booster, and I'm VIP, but that's beside the point. And then obviously, I haven't got this one yet. When this creature is reinforced, deal 3 damage to your opponent's planeswalker. I want this one now. Offspring. Yeah, that is another issue with Bloomburrow, actually, before I end the video. We are 4 sets in now, story mode, and we still do not have any new training grounds. This is becoming a real problem. Now, if Webcourt, I don't think you ever watch my videos, but if you did, okay, go away, Facebook. If you did, that would be great. But the last time we had it was Ixalan. So we've had, since Ixalan, we've had Murders of Carl of Manor, Owls of Thunder Junction, and Bloomburrow. So 3 sets. Still no training. Now, in my opinion, with these training, you don't need to offer rewards. You could just offer ruins as rewards. You don't need to offer new cards, just some ruins, to give people a feel of the mechanics, because some of the mechanics you're adding are complex until you test them. And I know you probably think, well, we should go and test them, but sometimes effects, especially with some of the Bloomburrow ones, are a bit wordy. I'll see if I've got one here for you. Gift. When this card is cast, you may give a gift to your opponent's planeswalker. If you do, perform this card's associated effect. That seems simple. So, gift, your opponent creates a random simple token. But then you get, if you promised a gift to your opponent's planeswalker, instead return. But what's promised? Is the promised a gift when you gift? So if you gift them a simple token, you trigger the promised gift effect. I figured that out, I think. But some people may not figure out. If you see where I'm coming from. Then there's Expend 9, which is when you cast a card with mana, value equal to higher than this card, expand value for the first time during your turn. So if you cast a 10 mana card, this creature will get +3/+3 until end of turn. Any of us that confusing? Offspring, that's the one. Where has Offspring gone? So Offspring's really unique one that even I'm confused about a little. Okay, I did have an Offspring. A creature of Offspring has activate 1, reinforces creature. It's a simple mechanic, but not a lot of people check these evergreens on a card. So some people who play this may not want to look at the different evergreens or read the patch notes. So you need to give them a way to actually learn the mechanics. Even if it's just simple ruins. Just ruins. Ooh. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this is the big thing. Look at these people. All legacy sets are now separate. We can fish for the cards we want. Which means when I save up enough gold, I can start getting some really strong legacy cards that keep poning me in legacy matches. The one I want the most is... It's not that one. Can never remember which set it is. Is it Eldritch Moon? Yes, it is. Deploy the Gatewatch. I can finally save up for Deploy the Gatewatch. Or Emrakul the Promised End. Those cards always kick my butt in Legacy, so I'm quite excited. To end the video, we're going to do some crafting. We're going to craft a rare. Can never remember what set it is that I wanted. So I am trying to get Sataro, the Infiltrator. So we're going to try and get Sataro today. So one trick I learned years ago, press the card a few times, full art it, check its text, go back, don't click anything else. I sometimes get the card I want. People never believe me, so if this works on camera, it'll be good. Probably won't though. Come on, give me Sataro. Oh. No, it's key to the vault. Okay, when your first creature deals combat damage to your opponent's pocket, draw a card, then that card gains full mana. I like that. I like that. And it's an equipment artifact. I could do some fun with that. Okay, that is a good thing to end this video. So, thank you all for watching. I'm not going to make any promises when my next video will pop up because I'm running ragged lately. But I promise the channel will not stay dormant. I'm simplifying things just a puzzle quest because my phone can no longer handle Arena. So puzzle quest is going to be my main goal, but we'll see what happens. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you all next time.